Hello students, in this video let us begin with the lesson life processes. So what is life? What are life processes? Before learning what are life processes, let me ask you one question. How we can identify, how we can make call if a thing is alive or dead, whether it is living or non-living. So usually when we ask such question, we say living things will walk, they will run, they eat food. Okay, so you have seen that dogs running, cows chewing the cud, we can talk, we can walk, right? So whenever we see all this kind of what you call movement, so we see movement. So we see movement and we say that they are living thing. That is, anything that is moving, we say it is a living thing, right? Then, if we see a plant, the plants do not move, right? If the plants do not move, can we consider the plant as dead? No, because we know very well the plants will exhibit certain movement, but these movements are not visible, right? So like we can also say some plants, we can see growth in plant, like growth. For example, we see growth in plants. So you would have seen germination. Germination of seed. So it is growth related movement. Germination of seed. So the seed will germinate. The seeds will germinate and it will become a small plant. So this is growth related. So this movement is called growth related. So when we see this, we say okay, they are living things. But what about plants such as cactus? See, these are cactus. Do we see? I mean, that is just a picture, just to make you understand. Cactus. That is cactus. So when we see cactus, we don't see any kind of growth here. That means is it dead? No. So this tells us that only movement or growth related movement cannot be considered for as a criteria for making out a thing as living or a non-living. So we cannot consider movement and growth. Movement and growth cannot be taken as a criteria to identify a living from a non-living. That is, we cannot restrict ourselves only for movement and growth, because there are some movements which are not visible to us, right? See, there are so many movements, like we know that we are made up of several organs. We are made up of several organs. What are organs made up of? It is made up of tissue. It is made up of tissues. What are tissues made up of? It is made up of cells. What are cell made up of? Cell is made up of molecules. And when we observe a cell, there are so many movements going on inside the cell, which is not visible, it is invisible. So we cannot consider as visible movement and growth as the criteria for identifying a living from a non-living. So because there are some molecular movements going on inside a cell, which indicates that it is a living thing, right? It indicates that it is a living thing. So let us see now once again. So the cell. So the cells, if at all we take a cell of, okay, we just take one organ, the liver. So if we talk about liver is made up of several cells. Right? Each cells will be carrying out various processes. They will be carrying out various processes. So there may be a chance that A cell may get damaged, it may get old, it may become old or worn out, or it may die. So when this cell dies, if this cell is not replaced, right, next cell may die. Or like this, in the long process, each cell will die and the entire liver may get damaged. Entire liver may get damaged, right? If the cells are not replaced, it will destroy the entire organ, and on the long run, it may destroy the living organism. So such things will not happen in our body, because as soon as one cell is damaged or it becomes old or it becomes dead, immediately the cell will be replaced. The damaged cell will be replaced. Damaged cell will be replaced by a new cell. That's what is happening, right? So the whatever replaced by a new cell. So every time, because we know that in a cell so many activities goes on. Okay, so like movement of materials goes in and out, right? And several things will be, they will be making up so many things. Okay, so many activities will be going on there. So one of the cell may damage, right? So immediately the cell has to be replaced by a new cell. For that we need a mechanism. For all this thing we need a mechanism which makes sure that organism survive. So that maintenance work is what we call life processes. Okay, so the maintenance of the living thing. Okay, the maintenance of living things are carried out by various processes. Okay, by various processes. That process, what we call it as life processes. This maintenance process is called nothing but the life processes. The maintenance work is nothing but what we refer it as life processes. Okay, so we can just define what is life processes. Life processes are the processes which help an organism to survive. Okay, such processes are called life processes. So let us take any cell in our body. Imagine this is a cell. Okay, imagine this is a cell. So we have the nucleus here. So this cell, to maintain itself, it needs various substances. From external media, it needs various substances because it has to carry out several functions. First and foremost is it needs energy. It needs energy. From where do we get energy? We get energy from the food. We obtain energy from the food, right? The food is taken and it is digested. Then the digested food is sent to the cell. Okay. So what is this process we call it? We call this nutrition. Right? So this we know. So the cell needs energy. So the nutrition process will make sure that each and every cells will get the energy. Then the energy is how do the cell get energy? It is because of the glucose. The glucose provides energy. Right? So the energy is sent here. So glucose is entered inside the cell. The glucose is entered inside the cell. Now, is once glucose enters the cell, do you think the cell will get the energy? What is next? Once this glucose enters inside the cell, each and every cell, what should be done? We know that there will be some oxidation and reduction process will be carried out inside the cell. That is our respiration process, right? Because just by getting the glucose is not enough. Just by getting the glucose is not enough. The glucose has lot of energy unless it is broken down. Okay. Then only we get cell. Then only there will be uniform supply of energy to the entire cells present in our body. So here respiration is another life process which will make sure that we get continuous supply of oxygen. Respiration makes sure that oxygen is supplied to each and every cell. Why oxygen is necessary? We know very well. Only in the presence of oxygen, glucose will be broken down and energy will be released. Only then the energy will be released. So which mechanism will help? It is respiration. The respiration will make sure that we get continuous supply of oxygen, because of which the glucose will be broken down. So this is our second life process. First one is nutrition, second one is respiration, right? Then now let us come again. Think now where the food is digested. Food is digested in the small intestine. We know very well the small intestine only the food is digested, right? So it is converted, whatever carbohydrate we take, it will be converted into glucose. This takes place in the small intestine. And this glucose should be supplied to each and every parts of our body. Each and every cell should obtain the oxygen, right? So how it is done? Right? How it reaches each part of our body. For that, again, we should have a mechanism. What is that mechanism? Transportation. That is transportation. See, in the small intestine, the food is digested, converted into glucose. Then, the transportation mechanism will make sure that glucose is supplied to all the cells. You know, the heart, blood, vessel and blood make sure that glucose is supplied, right? So, the glucose will reach, not only glucose, even oxygen is also carried by the transportation mechanism, and glucose is broken down in the presence of oxygen. And what is released? It releases carbon dioxide and water. We know very well carbon dioxide should be eliminated. It should not be present in our body because it is a waste product. It is a waste product. So the cell will generate several waste products, right? It may be carbon dioxide, it may be ammonia. Okay, like this several waste products will be produced inside the cell, and thus that cell should not retain those waste and it should be expelled from the cell, should be removed from the cell. For that again, transportation mechanism will help in eliminating the waste. That is, they take the waste from the cells and it takes to the excretory organ. Elimination of the waste, what we say is excretion. If all this process, that is, if all this processes, that is nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion, then only the organisms can survive. See, That's what I said. Just by seeing a thing is moving or not, we cannot say it is living or dead. See, we may be talking now, right, walking, and when we are sleeping, we cannot see that person is moving. Only on a closer observation we can see the movement. What about the plants? Plants cannot show any kind of movement. Then is it dead? No, because it is alive. The movement will be in the molecular level. That's why I said movement and growth related movement cannot be considered as a criteria for distinguishing a living from a non-living, because we know that our body is made up of several cells, and in each cell there will be molecular movements, several activities will be taking place inside a cell. Several biochemical processes will be taking place. So when the cell is indulging in all this activity, after a few days, we know very well RBC, the lifespan is around 120 days. After that it will die. If the cells will die, if it is not replaced, the organism cannot survive. So each and every cell will be it will wear out, right? It will become old, it becomes damaged, it will die, right? So this cell has to be replaced, and there is a mechanism in our body which makes sure the new cells are replaced. That process we call it life process. For all these activities, they need some products from some substances from their surroundings, so that the cells are replaced. Okay, they are maintained. Okay, this maintenance process is called life processes. So what are life processes? Life processes are the processes which help an organism to survive. So I gave you an example. If at all we take any cell, the cell needs it has so many requirements. It needs food, it needs oxygen, and whatever the waste is generated inside the cell should be eliminated, right? So now when we take a closer look, the cell needs energy, okay, and we are higher animals. Ours is a very complicated system we have. We are not like the unicellular organism which is made up of single cell. They have a larger surface area. Because of the larger surface area, they are in direct contact with their surrounding. From their surrounding, they can just say the oxygen will diffuse into their body and carbon dioxide will diffuse out of their body, and they don't need a complicated system. Ours is not like that. We have a complicated system, because of which when we think a cell needs energy. Let us talk about our brain cell, the neurons, right? The brain cell needs oxygen. It needs food. Okay, and food, when we say food, it needs glucose. So where the glucose is prepared? The glucose is prepared in the small intestine. That is, whatever food we take, it is converted into glucose. All the carbohydrate will be converted into glucose, except for that polysaccharide like roughage, that cannot be converted, but most of the carbohydrate will be converted into glucose, where in the small intestine. Then from the small intestine it should reach the brain, right? So for that we need a very good mechanism which makes sure that the cells will get the glucose, right? Not only brain cell, all the cells should get it. Then it not only needs glucose, it also needs oxygen. So what makes sure that we get this oxygen? It is the respiration process. So oxygen is also carried to all the cells, because lungs are the places. The lungs have the small structures called alveoli, the air sac, which will absorb oxygen, right? In the lungs. That should be supplied to all the parts, right? And the cells will be generating various waste. That waste should also immediately be thrown out. For that also we need a mechanism. All these processes, all this mechanism put together make an organism to survive. Which are those 4 mechanisms? We have the 4 mechanisms, that is nutrition, respiration, transportation or excretion. So these are the 4 life processes. These are the 4 life processes which make sure that living organism survive. Excrement, nutrition, respiration, transportation and excretion. If any one fails to do its work, if any one of the process won't takes place in an organism, that organism immediately will die. I hope now you understood what is life process. It is a mechanism or the process which will maintain the life of an organism. The process of maintenance of the life of an organism is called life process. And a living cell needs so many things. Not only food, it needs oxygen, the waste should be thrown up. For all those things, there is a mechanism, because especially in case of higher animals, it is a must, because we have several, ours is a complicated structure. So for that only we have separate system for all the processes, whether it is for nutrition, respiration, transportation or excretion. So in the next video, let us begin with nutrition in both what is nutrition and nutrition in plants and animals. I hope you have understood.